and eat all he wants out of it. So,
because Bonnie's the last one to calve, if in fact she's pregnant,
this bull can get these lids open and eat all he wants out of there. So, get out of here. So I need to build something that covers these, because here he comes back again.
fortunately, we helped our neighbor with organizing his barn, and he didn't want the shelves anymore, so he gave us a whole bunch of lumber for helping him.
It's gonna be like a toy box. So it's 30 inches tall, 64 inches long here in the front, and then over here it's 24 wide.
We also had some scrap 2x4s that we were using for cribbing for building the concrete pads for some projects we had done. So I was using those up and getting them out of the sheep pen. I was trying to make this box real tight around the trash cans, being able to lift the lids off, of course, but it's right next to the barn, and then in between that and another shelf is the door to my taxidermy shop, so I didn't want to block that at all. These are real stout pieces of wood, so it should be heavy enough to keep that bull out of the trash cans, and Lucy too.
Lucy came by to see what I was doing, to try to sneak some food, huh? And then I've appeared around the corner. You think you're sneaky, even though there's not a lid on it yet, which is the main problem. Lucy's pretending to be a cow so she can show me the faults.
I have some pallet organizers for all these rakes and things with long stick handles. And we decided to take all that out so that we could make sure it's hinging correctly, the top of it. And we found a piece of cattle panel that was laying around, so we put that on the top instead of making it weigh even more than it does. But here it is. I'm happy to report that it works perfectly. I did have to put one more plank to the right next to the barn because he could still get in there and take the lid off. He couldn't get into the food, but he could take the lid off. And the point of those trash cans is to keep rodents out. So it should be secure now.
Can't get in there now, can you? Thanks.
I think I mentioned it in the last video that this lease has been sold yet again, and we have to be off by the 1st of the year. Because Bonnie's the last one to calve, if in fact she's pregnant, then we want her at our farm because she could have a calf at any point and go and hide it for a while and we wouldn't know it was there, or we just wouldn't be able to catch her and the calf. So we want her to have the calf at our farm. So that's what we did, and she was a dream to load up.
Keep going. Keep going. Come on, Bunny.
Go on.
Go on.
Good girl. Good girl.
Keep going.
Good job.
Keep going.
She's down the road. We aren't going to be 10 minutes. She has not been happy this whole trip down the road. Alright. there. Go on, go find them.
They found her. Frida is the head of the welcoming committee, and everybody else had to come investigate too. And then, in true cow form, they had to go on their little morale run together.
Here, Lucy. Here, Lucy. You think you're above her? I don't think so. Oh, thanks, Lucy.
The rest of the cows at the lease are doing very well right now.
He's getting horns. A little antenna.
It's nice to use this lease while we still have so many cows and we're raising up calves. But unfortunately, they're away from the bull, and last time we put the bull out here, he disappeared for 6 days, so they'll just have to wait longer before they get bred back.
Yeah.
It is almost breeding season, and you can tell the boys are stinkier than normal. They're loud, making weird sounds. The girls are going in and out of heat and rubbing against the fence, driving them crazy. But until then, we need to make sure they're completely healthy and ready to go for breeding. So today we're going to trim hooves and get that taken care of.
This is gonna be fun. I bought these back in August, but I didn't want to plant them in the worst month out here. So we got extra dirt, T-posts to protect them from the cows and goats and sheep, shovel. We got cattle panels over by the pig pens. These are gonna shade the waters.
Unfortunately, it's too windy to film this for you, but you know, we dug a hole, we put some dirt in there, we put the trees in there, put a T-post in the middle of the cattle panel, tied the other two sides to the fences on the pig pens, and there you go. Watered the trees in. And these are October Glory maples. I love maple trees. They do really well here. They're drought tolerant, but we can reach them with the hose, so they should do well. Fingers crossed. I have been unbelievably slow, for me, getting the root crops in the ground. So here I am planting turnips, beets, and some leeks. I hadn't been watering all the holes in this area, so a lot of them were real crunchy. I had to break up the dirt, put some extra soil in there and some fertilizer, make sure it's a good spot for these quick growing crops to utilize, and then set up the drip. I used to move the drip every year thinking that it was going to freeze and cause damage, but in Texas, even if it freezes, it's not going to be solid. It's not going to do any damage. So I'm going to leave it and quit adjusting the drip.
Oh my goodness.
It is extremely easy to do drip irrigation. If you don't have it and you have to water a lot, I would suggest doing it. It's going to take a while to set up everything initially, but afterwards you're just kind of doing maintenance on it. So I always keep extra parts. If I see myself getting low on something, I order more. I order most of it from Amazon. If you'd like to see a video on the drip irrigation, just let me know in the comments. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I upload most Sundays, and you can keep watching us grow our farm. Have a good one.
Give me your other side. Get your belly.